Do you want to get those 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, 1 million, 2 million real views like every other person on the gram seems to be getting? Are you that person too? Do you want your reels to blow up in front of your target audience? If yes, stick around because that's what's going to be all about in today's video. So hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Tejal Chopra, and in today's video, I'm going to go deeper into how can you exactly manifest millions and millions of views on your Instagram reels. Yes, I know it's going to sound a little voodoo, especially to those who do not believe in law of attraction or manifestation, but I promise you, if you stick around for a few minutes, I'm going to unravel this puzzle for you because it is much more than those strategic aspects, but I'm definitely going to be revealing everything that I do and I did in the last 1 year to get those 100,000, 500,000, 700,000, 1 million, 2 million views on my Instagram reels. And not just that, but those views led me to grow. That is, I started the year in January at 30,000 followers and I ended the year December at 70,000 followers. So more than doubled my following in the last 1 year. But what's best about it is it's not just random people who are coming and following me. It's ideal followers who have a buying cycle with me and convert to clients and customers for my products and my programs. So stick around because today we are going to go deeper into the first phase of that journey. That is, how do you get those millions and lakhs of views so that then you can convert them to followers, clients, and customers, and also money in the bank. So let's get started. So when it comes to going viral with the manifestation bit attached to it, I know you might have a lot of questions. So I'll just quickly explain to you what I mean to cover in today's video. There are two aspects to anything you do in life or business. In this case, since we're talking about going viral, whether that's with 20,000 views or 1 million views, you want to reach to a wider audience. So how do you manifest it? The answer to that is twofold. One is your strategy, and second is your energetics, which is everything behind what I call manifesting it rather than just achieving or hitting millions of views. So first, we'll get started with the strategic bit, wherein I am excited to share exactly what we did in the last 1 year to get such kind of a growth. And mind it, we did not even do it starting January. We started implementing the change in strategies from late May to early June, and then post that in mostly 6 to 7 months, we doubled our following and changed the game for us. So I'm going to go deeper into all of the strategies we followed to get that sort of insane growth with respect to going viral with our reel content. And then the second phase of this journey, the second phase of this answer is energetic and manifestation, and I'm going to come to that right after. Awesome. So without wasting any time into how you're feeling about your reels not going viral, I'm assuming you're not feeling good about it because you want to hit those big numbers too, like everyone else seems to be on Instagram. And in spite of putting all the effort that you can, in spite of perfecting out your reel, in spite of editing it better, in spite of trying new things, something doesn't seem to be working. So let's just fix that. Like I said, we started experimenting with our content game and primarily our reels in late May. So I asked my social media team to actually put a hold on things because I myself wanted to go in there and experiment with certain things with respect to our target audience. And I did that for around 2 to 3 weeks, wherein we were not posting very actively. I had paused their services for that duration, and I was in my account, understanding, interacting with my audience, creating content on the fly, but very experimental about it. And something started hitting. So much so that after the 3 weeks were over, we got back together, we got into a huddle and actually discussed what I gathered from my research and my experiments, and they brought in their strategies and we combined to create an epic new strategy for June. And ever since, we've not looked back. We followed a couple of things very consistently the last 6 months of the last year. But other than that, we also kept on optimizing things based on how the trends were changing on Instagram. By trends, I don't mean trending audios here and there. I mean how the platform, how the algorithm, the so-called algorithm performs, how that changed. We evolved with it. But the things that I'm sharing with you, we started from June, July until now. Even in January, we are still following the things and they're still working for us like a charm. Cool. So number one thing that I did during that research phase was I got super clear on who I was talking to. And I know that sounds pretty basic, that where everyone says ideal audiences shuru karo, but it's not just that. You need to talk to people to understand, because otherwise you could be creating content for them not knowing what they want off of you. Cool? Like for example, I had this feeling that I don't want to do basic content. I want to do hyper valuable content and phase 2, phase 3 content, which is based on my learnings over the last 5 years and not something that I understood quite early in my journey. But when I talked to my audience, they were struggling with the first phase, which I was not putting out, because I felt that those were too basic things to talk about. And we have evolved, because of course I had evolved in business. But going back and discussing with them actually made me realize that I need to produce more of what they want. Hence, when I talk to them, you could do this by going over on your Instagram, by the way, talking to real people in there, just DMing them. People are super kind, they love to help. Just reach out to them saying that it's not any pitch or something, but you would love to know a few things from them. If they are comfortable, get on a call with them. If not, just chat it out and understand the pain points. Be very upfront about it. You would not believe how kind and welcoming people are when they know that someone is ready to hear them. So do that. Otherwise, do your research. Go to those people who you find as an inspiration in the industry where you want to reach. See what sort of content that they are producing that is getting consumed more. Go check out their comments. What are people struggling with? They will comment there. So a lot of your ideal audience is actually spending a lot of time on Instagram elsewhere. We want to get them to us as well. We don't want to take it out of people, but we want them to get to us. So for that, we need to understand the trends of what they are consuming. For that, we need to know where they are living, breathing, spending their time on. So go and do that research. Go talk to real people. This is the primary thing. This is the key that will help you figure out this entire puzzle, because when you know what they want, we'll come to the second step, which is creating things that they exactly want, and most importantly, packaging it in a way that they want to open that package, which is me coming to the second point here, hooks. Now, what is a hook? I know those who are from the marketing industry would understand this, but not everyone would. So let me just clarify it for you. The hook is the first line of your reel or your carousel piece or your static Instagram post or your caption or maybe this video. That is from where your content begins. The first line or the first 1 to 3 seconds of a video or a reel are where the hook lies. To think of it even simply, what is the purpose of a hook is to hold the people's attention, hold the viewer's attention and get them to stop and consume that piece. Like a fish hook is used to hook the fish in, which a lot of fishermen use. You would have seen it. It's sort of a curve, like a question mark, an inverted question mark. So basically the purpose of that is to pull the fish in, right? Similarly, when you are talking to your ideal audiences via your content, our goal is to hook their attention in. That is the reason. The second thing, which is by far the most important thing we've been focusing on from the last 7 months, is our hooks. And how this connects with the first step is that when you know what the people want and when you are ready to give them what they want and probably what they need, you have to create a very good packaging for it, which is the hook in this case, because all they see is the package, all they see is the hook. If it entices them, if it excites them, if it makes them like stop and open up that package, then they will consume the value that you are here to share. But if the packaging is pretty bland, boring, they would cross. They would not even try to open it to see what is in there. That's the reason hooks are super important. Like I told, there is not just a single hook. There are multiple hooks in every content piece. Like if I'm talking about reels today, there are 3 hooks. One is the hook which gathers the attention of the viewer in the first 3 seconds. It could be the text statement. It could be the video that you show in the first 3 seconds. It could be both as well. The second is the hook that then connects the viewer to go from the video, that is the reel, to the caption. The third hook is the first line of the caption that pulls them in. Because if we are not doing any of this thing correctly, if we don't hook them at the first place, we've lost them. Whatever effort we put into producing content has gone to waste. However, if we hook their attention in but don't connect them to the caption, then they won't be able to go and get the value that we have in store for them. Not every reel can be a 90-second talking reel where everything we are sharing right there, right? Some reels are pretty small, most of which is working on Instagram right now, is like very small reels which actually just are used to hook people in, pull people in, and then the value is given in the caption. So if we are not doing it right with the end of the reel, we are not pulling people into the caption. So we need to do that. And the third thing is, once they are in the caption, they read the first line of the caption. If the first line or the first two lines again are boring, bland, don't seem exciting, they drop. So we have lost that person's attention, which leads us to not give any value to them which was there, which leads us to not get any engagement back from them. Because if they don't read the caption where we have actions for them, they would not engage, let alone go and follow you or go and buy from you, right? So if they are not coming to the caption, again the work that we are doing has gone to waste. That is the reason we are very particular about our hooks. The two most important hooks is, the first is which starts with your reel, the text that comes in the first 3 seconds, or if it's a video, that also works. And the second is the hook that starts with your caption, because that gets them to consume the value and then do what you want them to do, which is take any action. And when you get them to engage and they engage, your views would go up, because that is how the algorithm works. That is the reason we want them to engage with us, and we get them to engage by delivering something amazing to them first in the caption. So that is the reason. Number 2 is ensure that you work on your hooks and you get catchy hooks. Like I said, I am very particular about my hooks, so much so that I audit them even at the end stage and have my team make changes to them if I don't think that it's going to land with my ideal customer. So that is the reason it's very important to stay on top of your hooks. By getting them to click, I don't mean that we create clickbaity content. We don't have to bait them in and say something and then deliver something else. No, we can use curiosity driven hooks. We can use controversial hooks only if we are explaining to them the real stuff in the caption. Like if we are delivering to them the real value in the caption, then we can go ahead with hooks that are making them curious or making them question as to what is this person saying. For example, some of my content pieces that people love in terms of it going viral, I have said that here is how Instagram pays me, here is how one reel made me this much money. So when I say these things, they either become curious or they are confused that how is Instagram paying them when Instagram is not paying creators upfront like YouTube does probably. So what that happens in this case is they actually come and consume to understand what I'm saying. And there are a few people who don't consume the value that I'm giving in the caption and explaining to them how it works, but rather would leave a comment here and there, which is not very good. But the idea is that they are stopping, they are engaging, they are opening doors for other people to see that content piece. And those, like about 85% of people actually read through the caption and understand what I'm talking about. When I say my reels make me money, is because when a reel goes viral, lakhs and millions of new people see it. When they see it, they go through the caption, they consume and take an action on it, and I get sales. So I got like over 1 lakh sales from a single reel. That reel did not pay me directly, or Instagram did not pay me directly, but definitely it was the vehicle through which I was able to reach those million people who then came on and bought my product. No, million people did not buy, but I got significant higher sales from that one reel. And likewise, I have from other reels as well. So that is what I am talking about when it comes to hooks. Don't feel awkward or weird to use controversial or curiosity driven hooks as long as you're delivering value in the caption, which gets them the right aspect of things. Now coming to the third aspect of my reels going viral, which is me value loading in the caption. I share step-by-step process. I don't hold back. I give them everything that I promised in the hook or everything that they need in order to do it for themselves. Because it's step by step, it's a little longer, which also helps because when they're reading the full caption, the reel in the background is looping. It was a short video reel, 7 to 8 second reel, which has to loop continuously till they go through my entire caption. And generally, I love doing long captions because I love explaining things fully. And it started off by us doing it as an experiment because I love to share and not just in bite-sized formats, but to give more. And it started hitting off well with my audience. So we continued. We also analyzed the underlying strategy, which was the fact that because they were reading on, and they were not reading just because I had put lumps of text, I had really given value in a way that they wanted to consume it. So that is important. Make sure your captions are value loaded. And if you can make them in a step-by-step format, if you can give them actionable things that they can do, it is even more juicier and it is even more interesting for them to actually go and read through it. Because if they don't read through it, the algorithmic part of the equation doesn't work. Like if they're not reading through it at that time, then the video is not looping, which will not lead to more views and hence will not lead to an expanded reach. So it kind of fuels and works together. And also when someone consumes so much value for you, the trust building that happens in that caption is insane. Because I say a lot of things in the caption which are also for giving them context to understand from where I'm coming or who I am to be talking about this thing. How much have I made from XYZ? How many years of experience I have? How many people I've helped? When I say that I've helped over 5,000 people do this, it increases my credibility in their minds, which makes them trust me even more. When I share a small snippet of a student's success in the caption before giving them the next step, they love it. They see how it's actually doable by real people, not just me, and that makes them trust me even more. So my caption is a place which suits the algorithm, as in the long form aspect of it, but it also makes the user connect with me more and trust me more in order to take the next step. Which takes me to the next thing that I want to share with you, that give them a clear, specific call to action. A call to action is you asking them to take a specific action. That is, comment XYZ below to get my free ebook on this, and I will send this to you. Or comment dreams below if you're going after all your dreams in 2024 or in 2025 or whatever you're talking about. The idea is that when you give them specific action, they take that action. People know that they like something, but they don't remember to like it or comment on it or essentially save it. But when you give them a tiny nudge, save this for future, it's going to come in handy. For example, when I share content that is giving them 10-20 prompts which they can use directly in their content pieces, so I give them nudges that save this, because this is going to help them in their next 10 content pieces. So even though they know this is beneficial, sometimes they don't understand or they don't get it by themselves that they can save it and use it for later, right? But when I give them that nudge, they take that action. And comment is one of the very cool ways that is shaping up for our account, because when you ask people to comment and they comment, the reach goes up. The reach of your reel goes up. I have had thousands of reels which had normal views like 5,000-7,000, 10,000 views, but like 1,000 comments, which led to it being shown to more and more and more people, which gradually took it viral, so much so that I had it with 500k, 700k views and about thousands of comments. So the idea here is, how can you get creative and ask them to comment? The best way is to give them something in return. That is, if you've created a freebie, which will also help you generate leads, by the way, then in that case, you can link your content piece, your reel, to that in the end of the caption and give them a call to action. If not, then you can also do something generic but simple. Make it simple for them. Don't ask them to comment, I am in for 2024. That's a long thing. You can simply ask them to comment, I am in, or yes, or a particular fire emoji with yes. Things like that. So no matter what you're doing, even if it's a product you are selling, or if it's a lead generation machine or a lead magnet you're using, or you're getting general engagement from people, give them that specific action that they can take, which is going to be super helpful for them. And there is also a specific strategy I use which has more than one calls to action for them to actually hit the follow button also and get you engagement, or get you engagement while bringing you sales. And I have talked about this in a very specific reel. I'm going to attach it in the description. Go watch it, because I feel it's going to be really helpful. But even if you don't start with multiple calls to action, give them one simple, clear call to action. That is going to be super helpful. So that is the fourth thing that I wanted to share with you. And finally, when you're done with all of these things, what is the most important is to analyze, micro-analyze, go dive deeper into your analytics and really understand, when you are trying and experimenting with all of the strategies that I shared with you, what is standing out. Which hooks are people enjoying or connecting most with? What is something, when you ask them to take an action, they are taking an action on? What is the kind of a specific video that people liked when you put it out? Whatever is working for you, do more of it. Like I have done exact same videos, the same content on the reel, the same caption, but just change the video, that is the B-roll, of the content piece, so that it freshens up. Sometimes I've used the exact same B-roll but just changed the content of the reel to see how it works. And I've had the same B-rolls worked so well for me. All the videos that were associated with that B-roll went above 100,000 views, and all the videos that I have repurposed from an exact same reel, just by changing the video and the trending audio, have had us get 500,000 plus views. So when you know what is working well for you, do more of it. Go do more of it. Analyze. When you come to a conclusion with your analysis, go do more of it. Stop doing things that you've tried multiple times but they're not working. I'm not saying just associate it to one try. Like if you did something, it didn't work well, don't stop doing it. Try it 1-2 times. But if something is not working after 2, 3, 4, 5 tries, stop doing it. And in the meanwhile, if something worked well for the first time, test it again. If it still does well, make it a weekly thing till it doesn't stop working for you. Likewise, keep experimenting, because you cannot stick on one thing that is working well right now. It may not work after a month. So you have to keep experimenting also, but keep doing things that are really benefiting you. And I can really bet on this, that if you do the things that I have talked about in the first 4 things that I listed for you, the testing and the doubling down of it, that is the 5th thing that I shared with you, is going to take it to the next level altogether, provided you take action and implement. Cool. So that was the strategic aspect of things. Now coming over to the second, but a very, very important, I would say the most important aspect of going viral with your content, or achieving or hitting any of the goals in your business, is the energetic aspects of it, the manifestation aspects of it. So what needs to be done there? Not much, but you have to ask for it, believe it, and then receive it. Like, you know, the process goes in law of attraction. It's very simple. It's the exact same thing. First, you ask the universe if you believe in the universe. If you believe in a God, ask them, pray to them for what you want. I want 100,000 views on my reels in January 2024. I want 1 million plus views. And ask something that seems exciting, but it's also believable. Like if you have a new account, you're just starting out, even though you can still hit millions of views, but I would say keep a goal that is achievable for you. Why am I saying that? Is that not that it's not possible. It's possible for you to hit 1 million views even with a 100 follower account. But the fact is that when you don't believe in it, it will not happen. So your beliefs will hold you back. You have to believe in it. For you to believe in it, it has to be somewhat realistic that I can do this, but exciting, lights up a fire under your belly. So ask, get very clear with your ask. Then the second step is believe. You need to believe that it's going to happen. And what do I mean by that when I say you need to believe? Is that when you'll be doing the strategies that I shared with you in the phase A of this video, and you go at it from the perspective of कि आज तीसरी reel डाल रही हूँ, it has not happened. I am still not going viral. I don't know if this will happen for me, or when will it happen for me. So when you're constantly in that questioning state, you are not actually believing. Because what happens when you place an order in a restaurant or on Amazon? You go, you search for it, find the exact thing you want, and then place an order, right? And then you constantly don't go back and check every third day, every second day, every hour कि order place हुआ या नहीं हुआ, right? You know once you've placed an order, you paid for it, it's going to come. So you are carefree about it. That's the kind of attitude I want you to keep when you're creating the reels based on the strategies I shared with you. You know it's going to come. Now you are just doing this as a part of the work that you do, that you put in, with the expectation that it's happening. It's coming to me. You don't have to feel that ये नहीं हो रहा है. Constantly see evidences of कि आज नहीं हुआ, आज इतना हुआ, आज ये हुआ. That keeps you in that loop of manifesting the absence of that thing, because you're constantly seeing कि अभी नहीं है. It means you're not believing that it's happening. It means you're doubting yourself. It means you're doubting the universe, and hence the energy with which you're taking action by doing all of the strategies I shared with you, it's still not going to work for you, because you are manifesting the absence of it. So when you do the first thing, that is when you ask for it, you have to detach yourself from the outcome completely. Let go of it. 1 million आए, 100,000 आए, 2,000, 200,000 आए, आपने जो मांग लिया, it's done. Now you don't need to do anything about it. You just need to excitedly be doing the work that you want to do in order for you to receive it. The receiving part happens when you put in the work. The work that I'm talking about is just simple strategies I've shared with you. They are the vehicle through which you will receive. But the second part, that is the belief, is very necessary, because if you are not believing in it, if you're second guessing every move that you're making every single day with a new reel that you're creating, you're constantly manifesting, like I said, the absence of it. So to manifest those million views, just follow the strategies with a positive approach, with an energetically aligned approach, with a detached approach कि बोल दिया हो गया, I don't need to go back and check my Amazon order again कि it has been processed, or where is it, or is it coming, or should I order again? No, right? So likewise you approach this and you'll be gold. Like this is what I've been doing. I don't fret over the views, the numbers anymore. Like I'm glad when they come, I'm excited, but I don't go out of this mindset of कि अभी तो हुआ नहीं, ये चल रहा है, negative हो गया है, all of those things. I don't work from that mindset on things. So that is what I strongly recommend. Now you know how to go viral with your reels. The next step is to convert those new viewers to followers and then to sales, clients, customers, and money in the bank. If you want to go deeper into how that is done, I have put together a very interesting bundle known as Money Making Bundle, or fondly called MMB, by my 800 plus students. Money Making Bundle is a combination of 4 epic resources: the Content to Cash Kit, the Sell with Stories Kit, the Bio Optimization Masterclass, and the Get Set Reels Guide, all of which have covered every part of Instagram in a way that it gives you maximum results, whether it's followers, it's viral reels, it's leads, sales, clients, customers. We've gone deeper into each and every front in there. So go grab it if you'd like to take your content and your stories to the next level in terms of you really skyrocketing your business growth using your content and your stories. I have dropped the link to the Money Making Bundle in the description below. You can go check out the details and come on in, join 800 plus people if you'd like to be in my world to consume from those epic resources. By the way, if you like this video and would like for me to create more videos around manifestation, law of attraction, my life, entrepreneurship, social media, marketing, freelancing, anything you have in mind, drop a comment with the suggestion. I would love to take a note of it and create something exciting and epic for you. And make sure to let me know how you thought about today's video. It's a very different format wherein I combine the energetics and the strategic aspect together to get you everything I do, and I hope you liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to be a part of this journey and know more of everything I have in store for you in this year. I will see you in the next video. Have an amazing week ahead.